Hello, hello, it's Tash Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to
It's Saturday,
your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us, it's Saturday.
Is this our new studio?
I mean, I love it.
I love it.
It's so nice to not have to drive to Orleans.
No, it's nice. No, well, we're doing the back and forth thing, and it was raining hard.
Why are we recording here though? You have exciting news.
Because my dishwasher is getting installed. Woo!
Yes.
I feel like I haven't had a dishwasher for like months now.
No, it's been so long.
It's been like a week and a half.
So bad. Literally tonight, we had dinner and our dishwasher's full, so I had to wash the dishes, and I was like, I can't be bothered. I can't even imagine.
But it's like 20 minutes of your day every day.
And then all the space it takes up to let it air dry, because obviously I'm not going to freaking dry it right away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been praying for you, and I'm so happy this hard time in your life is over. On to bigger and better things.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Farzad for being able to even install that.
I was leaving and he was like drilling things and going under and doing all this stuff, and I was like, all right, bye.
See you. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. This is a blue job. Except for I was doing some blue man jobs this weekend and I was like, so we wanted to, I told you guys, we bought this fire pit from Wayfair, off season. It was on a really good deal. But then we're like, where are we going to put this fire pit?
Yeah.
So we had this gazebo area that we never used. So we took down the gazebo, and so it was just dirt. And so we literally made this little fire pit area, put stones, put pavers.
So could you walk me through this? Because I was just getting a snap each time, and so you literally cut grass.
Yes.
So how do you what do you mean?
So he drew out a circle, and we had to use math where it was what's the circumference if you have the radius? And I was like, damn, this is actual math that I never thought I would have to use. He's used it all the time because he does woodworking, but he was like, okay, if the radius is this and then this and that, this is the circumference. This is the
radius is the
half of the diameter, and then the circumference. So 2 pi r. And he was like, it's just crazy, because I'm like, well, this is something you never use. But then
I would have just freehanded it. And have you seen, speaking of circles, so random, but there are literally in China these circle drawing competitions, and they compete who can draw the most perfect circle, and they'll be there and they'll be like, and they just draw this insanely perfect circle. You're like, how the fuck did you do that?
It's hard drawing a circle.
It's hard.
Then he put this stick in the middle and put some string and drew a circle, and then we had to cut around it.
What'd you use to cut it?
Literally just a shovel, a little shovel, and cut a circle.
Okay.
Then we took out some of the dirt and we tamped it down so it's flat.
This is so blue. I can't.
I know. And then we had to get pavers and put them all around, and then we had to put this black thing underneath so that the weeds don't grow out. It was a lot of work.
True.
And then while he was doing this, I was like, okay, some of this parts I was like, I'm not doing this because this is very heavy lifting. I started doing it, and he was like, yeah, you can go. This is
dude, I saw on your watch too, you're burning so many calories. You're not even doing a workout or tracking it. It's just
just shoveling and tamping.
Yeah, your heart's going. Your watch is this bitch must be working.
No, literally,
out.
it was do you want to record a workout? I was like, sure.
Yeah, I do actually.
Anyway, so we did that, and then I was like, hey, you know what? While I'm outside, we've been meaning to repaint the deck, because some of the parts were just coming off, because the previous owners used interior paint for a deck. Why
that's
so
silly.
It's so stupid. Anyway, so then I was like, hey, I started sanding it and then started painting it. The entire time I started asking Fred, I'm like, so how much would this cost if we hired someone to do it? And he's like, at least 1,000. And I was like,
wow.
Well, so girl math. I saved 1,000, so I'm gonna go on Shein. Yeah. I'm like, we saved so much money. I'm just online shopping and getting packages and running upstairs and hiding them.
Literally my life right now.
But now, we got everything done, and it was good. And
the deck looks insane.
It was just nice to have a weekend of not doing anything to just catch up on all these random things gardening and stuff.
Yeah, we did a little bit of that too. We started opening the pool. I thought it was gonna be open by today. I jumped the gun in the notes. I'm like, pool's open, motherfuckers. No, it'll be open tomorrow, guys. But I wish it was open this weekend because it was so hot. So we were in the backyard doing some work. I did a tiny bit of gardening. And by that, I mean I like emptied our Vegapod so I can like put new soil in. I'm going to do some planting soon. And I just like laid in the sun. We played tennis. I got sunburnt, which like honestly feels so good to be burnt.
Yes.
I'd rather be burnt than pasty. And it's going to turn into a nice little tan.
We got a little taste of summer this weekend and it was really nice.
Yeah, I'm missing it. But now it's like pouring, pissing rain, which is devastating. But
I know.
And I did my last long run before the race. Guys, I've been so annoying talking about running all the time, but now finally the race is tomorrow. If you're listening to this on Saturday, it's literally going to be happening tomorrow.
Oh my God. So do you have any like pre-run rituals like that you do like before a run? Like when you're about to go on a run, let's say you're doing like, I don't know, 15 kilometers, whatever today. Like what would you do?
I make sure, so I like to do my long runs early because it's obviously less hot and it's just nice to get that done at the start of the day. So I have to make sure if I want to run at like 8:30, I need to be up at least by 7 because I need to eat a bowl of oatmeal with protein powder is what I always have. Bowl of oatmeal, protein powder, and then some fruits with some maple syrup because it's just like carbs, protein, and it doesn't give me any kind of like cramp. It just like digests really well for me. I have a coffee. I like pack my vest up, put my like little gels in there. I do 1 pack with water, 1 pack with electrolytes in my water packs, and then I like warm up and stretch.
And do you find that you're drinking like all the water by the end of or do you just take little baby sips?
I haven't finished 2 packs, but I finished 1 before. Okay. And the one time I finished 1 was when I didn't bring 2 packs because I kind of underestimated how much the heat drains you. Like I learned my lesson after that one run. And then when I went for a run on Sunday, or no, it was yesterday on Monday, I was like, I need to bring 2 just in case because the heat, like that was another thing. So yesterday I started my run at 8:30 because that's what time my race will be on Sunday. And it was hot. So I wanted to see like how I would feel running for a long time in the heat. And I only ran 13 and in the race I'll run 21. But even after 13, like I was exhausted because you're just like using so much more energy because of the heat.
It's like harder to breathe sometimes too.
Yeah, that's just it. And the sun's beating on you. And then like I learned a lesson too. Like I was wearing a cropped top and I was wearing my vest, but because it was hot and I was sweating, like my vest was rubbing on my skin the wrong way. So now I'm glad it happened because now I know on race day, like I can't expose. Yeah, I have to do longer. I can't do any kind of crop where it's going to bug my skin.
So, wow. It's good that you're learning all these lessons before the big day though. You know what I mean? Getting over them.
I literally had to take Kleenex because I bring Kleenex in my run just in case my nose gets running because of my allergies. And I literally had to put it like underneath my crop top so it wouldn't rub against my skin because it was so painful. But then they just kept like disintegrating because I was sweating so much. So I just like used all my Kleenex.
You're just like dribbling down.
Yeah, literally it was gross. I was super sweaty after. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh
it's happening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I'll be like very celebratory after, get some drinks, get some beers. If it's nice out and we want to have people by the pool.
Yes.
So.
100%. We're coming. Yeah. Like I literally put in my calendar race day. Like there's literally nothing booked.
Amazing.
Oh my God. Okay. Also just like a random thing we've been watching. I told you Jersey Shore a lot more. And it's just funny to me because I'm like, we've always loved pickles. And I know that like, Snooki loved pickles too, but I just like never put 2 and 2 together that I feel like the reason that I'm so obsessed with pickles and like the whole pickle culture, I feel like originated from her.
Does she love them that much? I can't remember.
Oh my God. She like is obsessed with them.
Really?
And they're all making fun of her. They're like Snooki and her pickles, and they play a prank on her where they like literally take a few pickles and put it under her bed because they're like, she won't like notice because she just like smells like pickles all the time in her room anyway. She just takes out pickle juice and just like chugs it. Like it's just funny to me because I'm like watching this. I'm like, oh my God, like now people love pickles and it's like
pickle juice. It's a whole trend.
It's a whole thing. But I feel like back then people weren't really eating pickles that much.
She's a trendsetter. Trailblazer. She walked so we could run with our pickles. Oh, that's hilarious.
So funny.
Okay, let's jump into, I kind of just want to get into some random shit.
Yes.
Because I feel like we have so many fun things in here.
Yeah.
And just while we're on the topic of like race and like health and wellness, I feel like we've talked about kiwis briefly before, but like I need to go into detail of how much of a superfruit kiwis are. And hold on, I made a couple of notes about it.
Oh, I love it. Yes, I've definitely heard that kiwis are superfruits. I remember at one point we listened to a podcast and they were talking about kiwis being a superfruit. So we went to Costco and bought like a big pack of kiwis and we're trying to eat them like once every day.
They're so good for you. And they're like just so delicious too. Like it's not an issue to eat it. Like I don't like bananas. I don't love, but I'm like, okay, I should probably eat a banana because there's potassium. But there's actually way more potassium in a kiwi than there is in a banana. And it's way less sugar and less calories in a banana.
Wow.
So if you want potassium, grab a kiwi. If you want vitamin C, would you pick a kiwi or an orange? Probably an orange.
Yeah.
Kiwis have more vitamin C packed into it than an actual orange does.
Damn.
So it has immunity perks because obviously vitamin C is really good for helping you reduce your chances of getting sick. It really helps with digestion because it's rich in fiber.
Damn.
Like so many things. It's shown to improve sleep. So sleep onset, sleep duration, and quality.
I'm definitely going to put kiwis in my next little shots, my wellness shots, the green one that I do with the celery and stuff.
I need to do that too.
My mouth is watering because thinking about kiwis too, like they're just like little tart and they're just so good.
I know, they're so delicious.
They're
you just
so
like
good.
eat it with like a spoon out of it too. It's good for like magnesium, potassium, like I said, minerals like iron and copper. So truly guys, like if you're going to go grab a fruit, grab a kiwi
and also use it to tenderize your meat. Like,
yes,
like we talked about before, like you just cut it up and you put it in your meat marinade and it like makes the meat like super tender.
Yeah, I'm definitely
so cool.
Gonna be munching on those.
Okay, I have an idea that I want to run by you because we were outside, like I said, working outside all weekend, and we had our speaker with us and we were just like playing music, and our like neighbors were outside too, and on both sides they both have like small children, so I had to kind of be mindful like of what song was coming on Spotify because like I didn't want like some inappropriate song to just start blasting in our backyard.
That's fair. You're so respectful.
Because I was like, imagine you're just like painting and you're just like,
yeah. You're like,
So anyway, and then I was like, why doesn't Spotify have like a feature where, let's say you're driving with your kids or you're an aunt picking up your like, I don't know, nieces and nephews, or like you're painting your deck in the backyard and like there's little kids around, where you would turn on, like, let's say you want to play a playlist, you go up to the top and you just write like non-explicit for like the next few hours or whatever it is for this duration of like when you're playing the songs, and it would just skip any song that's like explicit or that it's like inappropriate.
This exists on Spotify. Yeah, I know this. Yeah, because one of my girlfriends who has kids, one time she came over and I was playing music and she's like, do you have it on like kid-friendly stuff, like on kid-friendly mode? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And there's a setting where you can put it like no explicit music will play.
Oh, damn it. I like, I literally thought of this idea. I'm like, can't wait to tell about it on the pod, but I didn't even Google to see if it exists. I'm like, it probably doesn't exist.
It exists, and yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, I need to use that. Well, I've never been, I feel like I'm never around children, so I never had to be this like cautious, but literally this weekend I was like, because our neighbors are so super friendly too. They'll come and like say hi to us and stuff, and I'm like, the music playing. I'm like, next song, next.
Maybe new playlist. Maybe let's just listen to the birds chirping. Because all these songs. That's too funny.
It's so funny.
Okay, I heard something pretty crazy. It came up on my Instagram reels where this woman was allegedly claiming that her Tesla caused her hair loss, nosebleeds, nausea, shoulder and back pain that was like so bad that she like couldn't move. And apparently on this reel too, I was going through the comments, like more people are speaking up. So then I started to Google it, and there's actually a decent amount of people that are claiming that their Teslas are like causing all of these symptoms, and then these people are selling their Teslas and then all these symptoms are going away.
What?
So some people are basically saying that electric cars, like while they're good for the environment, they're actually really bad for us, and they're basically like microwaves on wheels. And there's like claims of like them finding lots of mold inside the cars, so people are getting sick from the mold.
What? So is this all electric cars or just Teslas specifically?
I was specifically looking up Teslas.
Oh my God, that is crazy. But kind of like, okay, what is a massive battery, right? Like that's how it's able to run. So then I'm like, okay, what's in a battery? And what could be causing this?
It's like LMF or whatever it is. Yeah. So but then I'm like, well, our cars are emitting all this like gasoline and like carbon monoxide and whatever. So it's like, that also isn't good for you. But there's been a decent amount of people that are saying all this shit about Teslas, and like once I saw my Tesla, all of my symptoms were gone.
That's crazy. Okay, this reminds me of like kind of unrelated but related. So Farzad has really bad motion sickness, and we were I feel like you know this, like he gets like it's gotten worse with age. Like he used to not be this bad, but I feel like now it's like gotten a lot worse, where if he's not driving, like he'll get car sick. If
even if he's in the passenger seat.
If he's in the front, it's not that bad, but if he's in the back and he's like not paying attention, not like looking outside, like let's say looking at his phone, or just like I don't know, not looking up, then it gets really bad. And so randomly we were on Amazon and this like thing popped up, clearly because it's like our phones listen to us, because it was like an ad, and it's like this device that you wear around your wrist, and it like essentially like gives you like a little pulse it like emits little like electronic pulses, and it signals to your brain. Essentially what happens when you get car sick is like your stomach is signaling to your brain that you're about to get nauseous. Okay. And so this thing kind of intercepts the signals that your stomach is sending to your brain,
because you're paying attention to that sensation.
Exactly. And like that signal is going to your brain instead of the stomach signal.
Okay.
And so it's supposed to like reduce nausea. I mean, it's not 100% proven. It's like FDA approved, meaning that it's like safe, but like the effectiveness is probably like, it just depends on like if people think it works or not.
Yeah.
So I was just like curious to see, like, we're like, should we buy this for Italy because we're about to go on that trip? And I was like, he's gonna be in the backseat of a car a lot, and I'm like, this is just not, because the side effects aren't just when he's in the car, it's like for 30 minutes after he gets out of the car.
So devastating. And has he taken like gravel or like anything?
Yeah, but then it's just like there's non-drowsy gravel. Sometimes it works, but sometimes by the time like the gravel hits, it's like too late. Like he's already in the car, so it's kind of hard to like time.
Is he like that on boats as well?
No, which is really weird. So he's not the type to get seasick, but he gets motion sickness. So like if he puts on a VR set, sometimes he'll get motion sickness. So one time we went to like an arcade place and they had like virtual reality, and halfway through the ride he was like, I gotta take this off, like I'm feeling sick.
Whoa,
so weird.
That is so weird.
I know.
Oh my gosh,
sucks.
that really sucks.
I know.
Sure something.
So anyway, about that.
I also saw that Red Lobster is filing for bankruptcy.
No way.
Yeah, and like a bunch of them are closing. They're like they're $30 million in debt, or billion. It can't be billion. It must be they're like millions.
It's like millions.
Yeah, they're like super in debt. They're not making like any money. They're blaming like inflation and like COVID, obviously. But yeah, like if you are into those biscuits, like get them before they're gone, because I don't think they're going to be around much longer. And I don't even know if there's any in Ottawa anymore. There was one on Saint Laurent, and I feel like that closed.
Yeah. I think there was one on Marival. It's because their whole business model didn't really make sense. I remember back in the day they had like all you can eat shrimp, which all you can eat shrimp is like it's so shrimp is so expensive. You get like 5 little shrimps and it's like $20.
Oh my gosh, so, a shrimp cocktail at Bert's. I'm like, this is a joke.
Yeah.
Why is this like $21?
Yeah, and I feel like Red Lobster was like fancier meal in terms of like it's expensive because like lobster is expensive, but then it wasn't giving like that fancy energy. It's still like a Swiss chalet.
Yeah.
So they couldn't charge that much. So it's like the whole business model didn't really make sense.
I've only ever been to Red Lobster once.
Okay, we used to go like a bit when I was kids, but no, not for a while. Like it's kind of like in the same family as like Montana's and
like, right,
chalet and that kind of vibe.
But yeah, so
that's sad.
Go get it before she's gone.
Okay, I have something that I saw and I was like, this is devastating. So Neutral, the vodka soda company?
Sure do.
Yeah, so they were giving out free kind of like Stanley like tumblers out with their drinks at the LCBO. So if you bought like a 12 pack or whatever, you get like
cute.
A little Stanley.
I love when you get if I see something that comes with a prize or like a gift, I'm way more likely to buy it.
I'm usually like, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, so this time it wasn't so cute because apparently a ton of them have been recalled because of contamination or something. There's some kind of chemical that's seeping
in the tumbler.
Oh, brother. LCBO had to put out a statement saying, if you got a tumbler between these dates, like
throw it out.
Yeah, throw it out.
That's scary. It's like lead or something?
No, I don't think it was lead, but they didn't say exactly what it was, but they were just like, throw it out.
What are they making this shit with? I don't know. That's
Tesla
crazy.
batteries.
Probably, yeah. Man, speaking of drinks, Matt like recently had a White Claw tequila seltzer, and I'm sorry, I'm switching teams. I'm not a vodka seltzer girly anymore. I'm tequila seltzer.
Yes, I've been like that too. I've the last few times we've like done like weekend trips, I've like bought tequila seltzers and I'm like, this is so much better. I think I'm just over it.
I feel like I just drank vodka seltzers literally since the pandemic, like when White Claws first hit like Canada, and I can't do the vodka anymore.
What did we drink before seltzers? Like what?
I remember drinking like those Coors, or it was like those like ones that are like the peach rosé, like they were kind of
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then before that,
or like social lights.
Wine,
no, I guess those are also
like bodacious fucking things.
Yeah, wine. Oh
Yeah.
I feel like then we were just
getting
mixing
drunk
around.
on wine. Like that sounds so terrible to me. Like I want to enjoy a glass of wine.
Me too. Like I love getting wine drunk, like at home,
tipsy,
like
yeah.
tipsy. But then the hangover the next day is the worst. So
no, we have no time for that.
Italy is gonna be all wine all the time.
You know what though? When you're on vacation, you you just like don't get as hungover.
No,
the vibes are vibing, the sun is sunning, like you're tanned, you're beautiful, like every day is a vacation day, and you can't get hungover.
I'm so excited.
You can't.
Yeah. Apparently there's a meteor that might be hitting Earth.
Wait.
And NASA's like trying to figure out what to do. Like,
this just reminded me that Matt showed me a video of like a meteor like passing by, and but it actually like did hit Earth, and a bunch of people were like just recording a video, and then they just like happened to get this meteor like coming through like the Earth's like freaking atmosphere and like landing somewhere. What? Yeah, it was crazy. It was beautiful.
No, this one is like,
is
if this one hits, like we'll all die. So they're just trying to like, I'm not
going to work tomorrow now.
Yeah.
I quit.
Imagine they just like went on the news and they were like, okay, well, the meteor's about to hit.
I feel like we wouldn't know about it for so long. Like so many rich, famous, like, you know, like quote unquote, like important people are going to find out all this news. They're going to have their plan, and then they're just going to, I don't even know if they would like.
But what would be the plan? Like get in like a rocket ship and then what?
No. Well, they're building like a train on freaking the moon or Mars or something. So maybe ship everyone off somewhere else, or puts people in like one of those like safety, like I
feel like I wouldn't even want to, like if everyone's dying and there's only like a few of us left, I'm like, I'm out. Like, yeah. I don't want to be here trying to pick up the pieces of like recreating Earth. Like, I'm out.
As a woman, absolutely not. I don't want that pressure.
I can barely make a fire pit. Like, I'm not trying to be here. No. Be like, okay, let's start from scratch again. I'd be like, I'm out. Like, that's it for me.
Hopefully that doesn't happen in our lifetime.
No. I feel like they're not like obviously like talking about it, like if I saw something written about it, but they're definitely not gonna be advertising this because they don't want people to like freak out, obviously. Right. Okay, let's jump into some Showtime because oh my gosh, there's a lot of reality TV we need to chat about.
We need to discuss a lot of reunions and shows, so let's start with the VPR reunion.
Yes.
How are we feeling?
Okay, so I like the part where Lala called out Katie, essentially being like, you've been talking all this smack about Ariana as well, but like you're just not saying it in front of the cameras because you live in the comment section. And I was like, oh shit.
She actually does live in the comment section though, which is crazy. Like I feel like that's such an unhealthy place to live. Like you can't do that. No. But no, shout out to Lala for calling her out, because it's really hard to call people out on their bullshit in front of everyone, like on live TV, on camera. So for her to have the balls to do that, I'm like,
and especially go against the fan favorite.
Is Katie a fan favorite?
Not even fan favorite, but like go against Ariana. Like I feel like she's been going against Ariana the whole time. So, and I just feel like Katie's been really fake about it. Like, okay, Ariana and you opened up this sandwich shop, and then now Ariana's getting all this like business deals and stuff. She pieces out and goes to New York City
to do Broadway,
and you're
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy expensive. And it's also just like I feel like if I lived in LA, I would go there, get a sandwich just to say I went there, and then I'll probably never go again.
They're probably going to try to make most of their money off like fans and tourists, like coming in, getting the sandwich, whatever. But like, unless it's Roberto's Corner, you're not my sandwich shop.
No.
I can't commit to you.
No, I don't see. And the sandwiches on the show, like I was looking at them and I'm like, they look meh. Like none of them was like, oh my God, like this looks so good. Like neither of them are like this Italian deli. Like those are the types of sandwiches I like Roberto's Corner. I'm like,
oh my gosh, guys, shout out to Roberto's Corner.
So good. It's the best sandwich.
The gas station at Saint Laurent Pleasant Park. You have to go.
It's the best. It's so good.
It's so good. So much meat.
But yeah, so that VPR reunion and then Summer House reunions happening.
Ooh, okay. Hot take. I don't love the dress that Paige is posting that she wore to the reunion.
It's like that white one.
Yeah.
And it's like open in the middle with like mesh.
I just feel like No, it doesn't have.
Is
It doesn't,
missing?
no mesh. It's
No
just
mesh?
like open, like
Oh.
stomach, like cut off a lot, and I just feel like it's. I don't know. I just don't like it.
It's very risky to wear like a completely open dress like that when you're going to be sitting for 3 hours.
I know.
Like-
I'm sitting now. And I'm like,
I'm like, these are my podcast jeans because they're just like sitting jeans.
yeah, we gotta wear sitting jeans for sure. But no,
But-
that's gonna be hot and juicy. Like I feel like this will probably be the first time Lindsay and Carl see each other since they called off the wedding.
Yep.
Like
It's funny because Lindsay was at the sandwich, something about her with Ariana this weekend.
Really? I didn't see that.
And they literally took a video. Well, Lindsay took a video and she was like, are you ever going to make me a sandwich to Ariana?
Oh my God. And she's living.
I feel like she thinks she's the Ariana of Summer House, but I'm like, you're not.
kidding.
Like, she's like, we all both went through stuff. I'm like, it's a completely different situation. Like,
No.
you weren't blindsided that much. Like, you kind of saw it coming. We all saw it coming.
We definitely all kind of saw it coming. Honestly, it's like, it's a weird situation for like, I don't know what side I'm on between Lindsay and Carl, because like Lindsay's done some crazy outlandish shit and has said some things that are like so hurtful on national television that you just can't take back. But then I can kind of just see Carl being a bit of like a manipulator, and he's kind of just like
A gaslighter.
Yeah, a gaslighter. Like they're just both a little bit toxic, and they're just not meant to be.
Carl just needs to find someone who's sober and be with them. I'm sorry.
It would be so hard to be sober and be with someone that drinks,
especially when
hard.
you weren't like, it's not like he was always sober and then that's fine if you're with someone who drinks, but if you were an alcoholic and you had to be sober for that reason, I feel like it's kind of like having like being like, oh
yeah,
you
or like
can't have this.
even being on Summer House, like
Yes.
going and like partying, and he's always out with them. Like he definitely rallies, so like good for him. But to just always be around people drinking, or maybe it honestly does the opposite, because half the time they're acting like buffoons. So maybe he's just like, don't want to do this. Like, thank you guys for proving to me why I'm doing this, because you guys are all idiots.
Yeah. So, but I'm curious to see like if that show will continue, because like VPR is pretty much done, right? Like they're wrapping up.
Dude, what are we gonna watch?
I don't know.
Because I feel like Paige is done with Summer House. Like she's so busy with just all of her own shit with Giggly Squad. I feel like she could barely even commit to this Summer in the Hamptons last summer, let alone this upcoming summer. Because I really feel like Giggly Squad blew up in the last year.
Oh my God, Giggly Squad blew up, and I just feel it's kind of annoying now because I get so many ads when I'm trying to listen. I'm like,
Okay.
the whole thing is just ads.
So many ads, and they're so specific to Ontario. So I'm like, do they have different ads for different?
They do.
So they must be making so much money.
It's like one of the ads is like, oh, our Canadian gigglers would love this. Like, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It's like literally Paige saying Canadian gigglers.
Yeah.
It's like a very specific
Or
ad.
something like da-da-da for Ontario.
Yeah, the
And
government
I'm
of Ontario.
I'm like, wait, what? That's such a niche ad. Like, so strange.
They're
But
making
it's
so much money.
Like, I have to press like the 15-second like fast forward so many times. It's really annoying.
It's really annoying. I'm like,
I miss
oh,
the no ad days.
same. Like,
But
if you're
for
listening
them.
to this, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay.
One day we'll blow up, and then you'll be like, "Ugh, remember
Those good old days?
those
Season 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and let's quickly talk about the Valley, because Michelle and her husband, Jesse. I'm sorry, they're just so toxic. Like they need to get a divorce.
She already has moved on.
Stop.
This weekend, she posted a video literally with another man.
Oh my
holding
God.
his hand.
I'm surprised they did that before the show's over.
He was holding her child. I was like, this is very fast.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
kind
God.
of weird.
So like maybe there was some crossover.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know.
Damn. Yeah, they did not do well together. Who else? Jax and Brittany. Like I can't with the way Jax treats Brittany on camera. So if he does that on camera, think of what he does off camera.
Remember like at the hibachi night, like she's like, my stomach hurts, I'm gonna go home, and he's like, I told you not to drink, and she's like, I had one drink and my stomach hurts and I need to go home, and he was like making her feel like shit.
Dude, and the girls made such a good point when she's in the car and she threw up, and then she's like, please don't tell Jax, like I just don't want to deal with that, like I don't want him to make me feel bad. And the other girl was like, if I was throwing up ill, like the first person I would want to tell is my partner, because they would make me feel better.
They wouldn't make me feel bad about it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's an extremely crimson red flag. Like,
it's really bad. And also, like, can Kristen please wear a bra?
dude,
Like,
why doesn't she wear a bra?
she doesn't wear a bra.
She used to have no boobs, and now she has these massive boobs
you
that are
think-
definitely real.
Do you think she got a boob job that just gained a bunch of weight?
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh, she's looking rough. And then like that whole scene with like the couple's therapist are like talking to him.
Her and her little boyfriend.
Her boyfriend that I don't like. Like I don't like their whole.
He's a wiener. He's wiener vibes.
He gives me the impression like he just wants to be famous on the show.
Yeah, but he's like very socially awkward too.
Like, the whole thing is very weird.
But where's he from? Like
Colorado.
Yeah. I can't believe she doesn't want to move to Colorado. But like, if you guys can't agree on where to live, like, please do not get pregnant because. What are you gonna do?
She's also like, my whole life is here. I'm like, who? Your friends that
all
hate you?
Sucks here. Your life sucks.
What is your life here? I don't know.
Trash on you, dirt on you, like you better watch it or I'm gonna fucking blow your life up.
I would never tell your secrets.
And then just like, look to the camera.
Look at the camera. Never.
She had a boyfriend for a year. Like, there, we said it. I'm like, who's we? Like, you said it. Like, you said it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Showtime be crazy.
Showtime is freaking crazy. If you're kind of like over reality TV or you're not into reality TV, if you are trying to find a new show, there's a show on Apple TV called The New Look, and it's about Christian Dior and Coco Chanel and how they blew up, and it's like based in like right after World War II or during World War II afterwards. Really good show. Yeah,
because it's like where in my lifetime I just know all these designer brands they've just always been around. Like I'd have no history of where any of these guys came from or when or what. I know Vera Wang, like she didn't even get famous until she was like in her 40s, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's like really, really cool. Yeah.
Damn, I can't wait to be in Italy and
I know. And look at all the designer bags I can afford.
I'm a size Chanel, everybody. If you're looking for a gift for me, I'm a size Chanel. Add that to cart.
To cart. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'm gonna jump around a bit here because I saw this crazy thing. So Scarlett Johansson, she's suing Sam Altman, who's like the creator of ChatGPT.
OpenAI.
Yeah. So he made ChatGPT 4.0 the voice of it, an exact replica of Scarlett's. But why it's so controversial is because last September he approached her to use her voice, because you know how she did that movie called Her, where her voice was the AI and like, oh, your voice is so calming and just like soothing. I feel like it'd be perfect. And she thought about it and she was like, you know what, respectfully, like, no, there are some parts of like my identity I just like want to keep for me, and I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Then fast forward to now, friends are messaging her being like, hey, like, did you actually end up doing the voice with ChatGPT, because it sounds exactly like you? And then she listens to it and it is so uncanny. Like it literally sounds exactly like her. So she's pissed, obviously. And now she's suing him.
Good.
And I feel like that is crazy. And the thing that he tweeted that was really creepy was all he tweeted one time was her. Like the word her. So like obviously he was referencing the movie Her and ChatGPT and this whole thing. So now she's taking legal action and suing his ass.
That's crazy. So yeah, she was just on the All In podcast, Sam Altman was, and he's just like not a good speaker. Like he's a very smart guy, but it just sucks when you're really smart but then you're not well spoken or you're not good on camera. He just didn't come across that good. And like I was listening to the episode and I was just like getting bored. I literally changed it because I was like, I can't listen to this. I need something more entertaining. Like he just couldn't get his points across.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because he's just too smart? Like I feel like sometimes Elon Musk
it wasn't giving Elon. It was giving like I don't know. It was just giving like he's just not good at putting together sentences. Like it was really weird.
Oh, it can't. God doesn't give it both hands. Okay.
Yeah.
It did make me want to watch the movie Her, though. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
I saw it when you've seen a movie, but it was so long ago. I'm like, I don't remember, and I feel like I wasn't really paying attention. I need to watch it again.
Oh my god! You know what movie I watched over the weekend though?
What?
Challengers.
And
the ending was weird.
The ending was
the hugging
super
event.
weird.
I was like,
yeah, I was like,
what I didn't understand was why did they hate that one guy so much, like the ex-boyfriend? Like he didn't really do anything wrong. Like they got into one argument, and
why
then
did they hate which guy? Which ex-boyfriend?
like her, like so not her husband, but the other one, like the other guy. Like I felt like they hated him so much, but I'm like,
well, he was just like a shitty guy,
like,
and then he became like such a big bum.
Yeah. But I was like, I thought maybe he like became a drug addict or something. Like,
okay, I kind of thought at one point he was a drug addict because I swear to God they showed his arm and there was like he was scratching and there was bruises. So I was like, okay, is he addicted to heroin or crack or
that's
something?
what I thought. And also the fact that he couldn't afford his like hotel and all this stuff, and he was like living in his car. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, even if you weren't winning all the games, like,
okay, no, the reason why she hates him so much is because she literally blames him
for the injury.
That's why she must hate him so much, is what I got from that.
Okay, and then her husband or whatever just like kind of jumped on that bandwagon and was like, fuck
and then
you.
he hates him because he's like, I know that she like
likes you or whatever,
to bang you more than me because I asked you to hold me until I cry myself to sleep.
And then like they're like bi for each other as well, the two guys.
No, it was it
was kind of crazy.
It was filmed in a cool way though. Like I don't know how to describe it other than it was different. Like there were just some scenes that were filmed in just a different way.
And like when they were playing tennis at one point, you felt like you were playing tennis because like
when you were the ball
going back,
or like
the
glass scene and you're like underneath watching it from above. I thought that was really cool. And I liked the music a lot.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely entertaining. And I'm sorry, I don't know who said that Zendaya looked like she couldn't play tennis.
Yeah, it was Hannah Burner.
She literally looked like a tennis pro.
She did.
And they fooled me.
I never knew that they held the racket like that with both hands though. So I was like, is that
for backhand?
And
yeah.
then he's like, Matt's like, yeah, that's a thing. So when we were playing tennis on the weekend, I was holding it like that. And then at one point I yelled, I was like, come on. And Matt just like died laughing.
It was so funny. No, there's like all of these like different ways you can hold it, like the Eastern grip, the Western grip. There's like
the Northern grip.
We gotta have Nikki on. She used to like she like pretty much was like on the track to become pro tennis player.
Wow.
But
I feel like I'd be good because I'm long. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I could have done well in tennis.
I wish my parents put me in like a sport and like made me do it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I was in a bunch of stuff, but then I'd be like, I don't want to do this anymore. And they're like, okay.
I'm bored. And they're like, okay, fine. Save me $700.
Yeah, literally. But I was like, all right. You know.
Dude, my coworker threw a birthday party for her son at Flying Squirrel. $400.
Dude, these birthday
for
parties.
Like 8 friends.
I know.
What the frick?
Once we start having birthday parties for our kids, like we're screwed.
We're done.
Yeah,
we're not having no more birthday parties for us. No more presents for us. No more packages coming to the door.
My neighbor got like a bouncy castle that they bought, and now they just like blow up a bouncy castle for any occasion. Oh. They're just like, we're like, oh, the bouncy castle's up. Like they're just having parties.
Honestly, it's better than paying $400, but kids like die for Flying Squirrel.
I know.
Flying Squirrel, and there's a trampoline one that they all love, and then there's another one I can't remember.
I always did mine at like Midway. I feel like I was a Midway girl.
What a throwback.
Or like Cosmic Adventures,
Midway, laser tag. One time we were in high school and we did like the overnight laser tag. We played you can play 11 p.m. until like 6 a.m. as much as you want, but we always gave up around like 3-4 a.m.
Oh, I thought you meant like you sleep there.
No, like you just keep playing and playing and playing.
Oh my God, that's so cool. One time I had a birthday party. It was at Loblaws, but like the cookings, there was like a kitchen.
Like the upstairs part?
They had like an upstairs.
And
what
birthday was this?
It was like some, I don't know, kid's birthday. It was my birthday.
Oh my God.
And we made pasta from scratch.
Cute.
It was actually really fun.
That's so fun. Or I would have birthdays at the movie theater. You like watch a movie and then you have like the little party room.
But you're lucky because you had a summer birthday, so you had more options. I have a winter birthday, so my parents were like, Cosmic Adventures, Midway,
But I will say, as a summer birthday, I would never get like the gift that the teacher would give kids on their birthday because they would always forget about me. So now I make it a point as a teacher. All my summer birthdays, they all get to pick from the birthday bin before school ends. Because I would always just be forgotten about.
Aww.
Everyone would get these cool pencils and freaking rulers and shit, and I would just be like, too afraid to ask. I'm like, can I have mine, please?
Everyone's on summer vacation.
Yeah, I just wrote about it in my diary instead. I was like, Mrs. Eddie never gave me a fucking eraser. What a bitch. What a freaking jerk.
Oh my God, that is so funny. What a throwback.
Oh my God, I love nostalgia so much.
Okay, I saw a little hack if you're trying to make like a little margarita or something this weekend, and it's like summertime, is you freeze a jalapeno
Okay.
And then you grate the jalapeno on top of your
Oh my gosh,
margarita.
what a smart hack.
So smart. Or you could put it on pizza. You could like grate jalapeno on pizza.
I've never thought of that.
So I want to do that next time we have like a little. Maybe I'll do that this weekend for our little shindig
on Sunday.
Yes, I'll bring frozen jalapenos.
Okay,
that we can grate.
Yes.
Remember that one time we were here and we made all those different cool drinks?
I think about that at least once a week. I'm like, why has that not happened again?
Was it Roman Empire?
Literally, no. That was just such a thing that started so small and got like bigger and better and better. Like, guys, I think we talked about it before, but we had this like shot making competition randomly. Like, we made a shot for the boys, and then we're just joking like, okay, your turn. And then they're like, okay. And then they made a shot, and then we just went back and forth. And like at one point, it was coming in like your little mini cooler, like across the freaking water. Like they were.
We had like liquid smoke
coming out. We like did a scavenger hunt.
We took like a Polaroid of the drink. It was like, come find us. Like, it was a scavenger hunt. We like dressed up and went by the door and pretended to be like an Amazon package.
But it
like,
was the shots inside. We went all out.
It was crazy.
It was so fun.
It escalated so quickly though, and then we would come back and like the boys would make such a mess in the kitchen, and we're like,
they would never clean up their mess.
Deducted points for sure.
Thank God we had a dishwasher.
Also, that if speaking of drinks, if you take a shot of olive oil, but I haven't actually done it yet, so I will report back. If you take a shot of olive oil before a night of drinking, apparently it prevents your hangover.
Really?
Because it's just like a really fatty. And
okay.
So maybe we should do that in Italy, because I feel like we're going to be
drowning in olive oil.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I heard olive oil is about to skyrocket in price because last summer all the olive like trees in Italy, a lot of them like caught fire, and their harvesting of olive oil just like wasn't as fruitful. So olive oil right now, a liter is like $15-$17. It's gonna jump up to like almost $30 soon. Yes. It's gonna double. So if you see olive oil for around $20, like stock up, buy it.
I always get mine from Costco. There's like that good brand.
The big one.
Yeah,
we used to have coconut oil a lot too. I'm like, we'll just do coconut oil again when olive oil is really expensive. But no, I love olive oil.
I love olive oil.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's my favorite.
I also saw that Eminem's daughter Haley Jade is married.
I know.
And they were doing like a father-daughter dance, and like Eminem looks the exact same as he did when Haley was like a baby.
Him and Avril Lavigne haven't aged.
Okay, I need to listen to her pod still on Call Her Daddy. I feel like it was a really good one.
It was, and the fact is that it's funny because she's like literally from like down the street,
Napanee, Ontario.
That's like an hour or 2 hours from here. And she talked about how the first time she kind of like got discovered was she won a contest to sing with Shania Twain in Ottawa.
Wait, I knew this. Yes.
And then that's how she kind of like got the ball rolling.
I was obsessed with her. Like I was wearing like the white like tank top. I would wear a tie sometimes, like when I was like 12. Like I was obsessed with Avril Lavigne.
Me too.
Yeah, except I didn't love when she started to go all like punk rocky, or not all punk rocky, sorry, like all like girly after being in her punk rock phase. It's like,
that's not you.
That's not you, Avril. Yeah, that's Melissa.
Yeah, 100%. We're still kind of like, is that?
I'm not sure.
Who is this? But no, she's like literally still the same. I feel like.
Did she date Tyga? Did she confirm that?
She didn't confirm it. She kind of like laughed about it when I feel like every question that Alex would ask her like very deep, she'd kind of like laugh and be like, this is so lame, like, you know what I mean? She'd be
lame.
Like, yeah, she'd be like, oh, like why are we even talking about, like, she would say something and she'd be like, oh, this is so cheesy, and I'm like, oh, okay,
you don't want to answer.
She didn't want to answer. She didn't want to answer.
That's funny.
But
okay, should we end with some like underrated stuff? I feel like we've underrated in a while.
Yes, love it.
Okay, underrated black beans.
I love black beans.
They're so good and so good for you.
Yeah,
and cheap.
So cheap.
I just love black beans, like on the stove, cook them, add them to a meal.
Okay, yeah. What are you putting in your, like, what are you using them for? Because for me, I'm usually making like a chili with them, or like if I make like stuffed peppers, I'll like throw them in.
Yeah, stuffed peppers, or like some sort of like wrap, or like a rice bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, just like extra legumes.
Yes, lentils are also so good for that too. Just
I don't eat lentils as much though for some reason.
Lentils are really
Black
good.
bean girly.
You know what else is good I made this weekend is corn on the barbecue is like my favorite thing.
Oh my gosh.
And then what you do is you put the corn on the barbecue and then you take water, like cold water, and you put a bunch of salt in the water. You mix it up and then you immediately take your corn and you dump it in the water and it like absorbs all the salt and it becomes like, it's so good.
And
that's like
drown it in butter.
Yeah, and that's how they make in Iran. It's like, we call it balali. You can buy it on this corner of the street. Like they'll just like, there's a guy making,
oh my gosh,
like corn like on a barbecue, on a charcoal barbecue. But that's how they would do it, is like they would take it and put it in like this little like water thing with like a bunch of salt, and it just like absorbs it all.
Speaking of salt, I was eating a mango at work the other day, and one of my coworkers, and she's from Mexico, she's like, you need to put salt and lime on your mango, so or like lemon. And I was like, what? She's like, does anyone have lemon or lime? And like no one had any, but we had salt, so I put a bit of salt on my mango and it was actually really good.
So good.
Yeah.
That and on pineapple. I feel like Mexicans like I don't know what's going on with my for you page, but like I think it's since I figured out Tong Hulu, that whole thing I told you about.
Yes.
Where it's like the fruit and the sugar. Now I just get a bunch of like Mexicans making like fruit platters.
That sounds amazing. I want to be on that.
With like
algorithm.
chamoy and tahini. And I'm like, at night I'm always like watching these like videos of fruit and I'm like, damn.
So hungry in bed.
I'm like, oh, I want all this fruit. Like it just looks so good. But
yeah.
So I've definitely seen that, like where they put like lime. I'm trying to see if I can find the video, but it's delicious. It's so good. It's so good. But
also underrated, a good pen. I would kill for a good pen. When I use a pen that is not a good pen, I get so angry.
I feel like I can't write like myself.
No.
When it's not a good pen.
It's like when you use a pen and then it starts to die on you immediately, and then you just like try to like scribble so hard, and then I get so angry I scribble it, like all the paper rips because I'm like, this pen's not freaking working.
Yes.
No, good pens are everything.
I almost need it to be like a pen marker. Like, you know, like those pens that are just so...
Yes, I know exactly.
Like they're
the ones,
just...
like the steel... I forget that brand.
Yes. You know what I mean?
All these different colors. I literally have a pack of them. I like unroll it. I have every single color.
As a teacher too, like you need a good pen.
Man, stationery in general.
Yes.
Love stationery.
I feel like you have like all of the stuff. Like you're like, do you guys need any pencils or a
oh yeah, literally.
Some of that.
I have my one pencil case that I bring with me everywhere I go, and it has everything you need in it.
Damn.
We love.
So good.
Okay, another thing that's underrated is a nice comfy baggy sweater.
I love baggy sweaters.
Like our ISP sweaters.
Yes.
The best.
I live in that all the time at home. But then now it's getting warmer, and like
I know
I'm not wearing like baggy sweaters around the house, and Parsa goes, thank God it's coming summer again. You're gonna show some skin around the house. Because I'm literally just wearing a massive sweater and like
so true
and like sweats.
I'd be like, oh damn, look at you.
Yesterday I was like walking around the house in this little romper. He's like, okay, nice. Like I'm happy that it's like summer again. I'm like,
summer dress season. I'm sure the boys are very happy about that.
Yeah, I love it.
Have you turned your AC on yet?
Yes, today. Today was the first day.
It's hot.
Yeah,
I've got to put the AC on now.
Gotta put the AC on.
Yeah, a bunch of my coworkers like, yeah, no, we didn't put the AC on yet. I'm like, why? It's like 27 degrees in your house without the AC on. Like, what are you waiting for?
No, 100%.
This is the time to put it on.
Yeah, and upstairs we have carpet and it just gets really hot. Like downstairs it's like okay, but then upstairs it's like a sauna. Really? If we don't turn on the AC, like it's not good.
He rises. Science.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I feel like we had a good episode.
We had a great episode.
Yes.
It's going to be summer so soon.
Good luck to everyone. Wish Tash good luck on her race.
Yeah, because it's Saturday when this comes out, eh? Guys, send me positive vibes. My goal is sub 2 hours. But if I don't do that, that's still
doesn't matter. If you finish, that's like more than anyone can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And hopefully I don't get injured after, because the last race I did.
No, you'll be fine.
After,
no,
so,
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Are you going to have to like stretch, I guess, right after too? Like what?
Oh, always stretch after.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay,
so exciting.
We love you.
Okay,
Thanks
we love
for
you.
tuning in.
Bye.